Hello and welcome to The Critique. It's great to have you with us.
Hi, everyone.
So today, we're looking at a script for News in Easy English. It's an episode about the trend of working from home.
Right. And it covers the topic well. You've got the definitions, pros, cons. But I think we can make it a much richer learning experience.
Exactly. Let's jump right in.
Okay, so first up, grounding abstract news concepts in a specific narrative persona enhances retention for language learners. That's a bit of a mouthful.
It is, but it's a really key idea.
Basically, stories stick better than facts.
Right. So if we look at the news section, it says things like, many people work from their house. Now that's true, but the weakness is that it's just so generic.
It's sterile. There's no person for the listener to picture, which makes it harder for the vocabulary to, find a home in their brain.
So the suggestion is pretty straightforward. Stop talking about many people and start talking about one person.
Make it a little day in the life story.
Exactly. Take the part about commuting. Instead of saying, people do not need to travel long hours, you introduce a character. Let's call her Anna.
Okay.
You could say something like, Anna used to sit on a crowded bus for 1 hour every morning.
And now?
Now she walks to her kitchen in 1 minute.
Yes, that's so much stronger. You're not just defining commute. You're making the listener feel the benefit.
And that actually sets up our next point perfectly.
It does, which is about where you put those definitions.
Integrating vocabulary definitions immediately within the context yields far better recall than a separated list.
This is a really big one for language learning scripts. Right now, you have the key vocabulary section at the end. So the listener hears the story, and then a few minutes later, they have to kind of rewind their brain and try to remember where they heard that word.
It totally breaks the flow. It's not how we learn naturally.
So the fix is to use an inflow definition, a kind of pause and elaborate technique right inside the story.
You don't need to be afraid to interrupt the narrative a little bit. It actually helps. So when the script mentions that WFH helps people feel less stressed.
Pause right there.
Exactly. Just say, stressed. This means feeling worried or tired. Repeat, stressed. And then you just continue the sentence.
Or you could even slip a synonym in, right? As part of the sentence itself.
Yeah, you could. The point is immediate reinforcement.
Right. Okay. So let's move on to the extra context section. Using sensory details here can really help learners grasp the nuance of the arguments.
For sure. The current draft lists downsides like difficult to focus or missing coworkers. And again, it's very clinical.
It's a list of concepts. The weakness is that it doesn't connect the English words to a physical reality, to a feeling.
We need to show, not just tell. So we need to expand that section to include sensory details of why it's hard to focus.
What does difficult to focus actually look like or sound like?
That's the question. So instead of the abstract phrase, you give a concrete example. It's difficult to focus when your neighbor is noisy.
Or you can see a sink full of unwashed dishes.
Exactly. It paints a picture. And you can do the same thing for missing coworkers.
Yeah. What does that feel like? It's not just an absence, it's silence.
Right. Or you could describe what's missing. You could say, there's no one to chat with by the coffee machine.
I love that. It adds so much depth, and the grammar isn't any more difficult.
Not at all. So, just to recap the main advice then.
Let's do it.
First, anchor your news in a specific character's story. Think of Anna.
Second, integrate your vocabulary definitions right into that story. Don't save them for the end.
And third, use specific sensory details to explain the abstract pros and cons. Make the listener see the barking dog and hear the coffee machine.
These changes, they're going to make the script feel so much warmer, more personal, and just, frankly, more effective.
It's a great script to begin with, and these changes will really take it to the next level.
I think so too.
And for all of our listeners, if you want to see some really wonderful educational content that does this well, we'd like to invite you to subscribe to a fantastic YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, it's a great one.
It's called Learn English with Designer JK.
Really great resource. We hope this critique has been helpful for you.
It was a pleasure. Please feel free to send us your next draft. We'd love to see it.
Take care, everyone.